of that kind of time period is called as short run. Similarly, there is something called as long run. So what is this long run? Long run refers to the time period in which all the factors of production can be changed. Even fixed factors also can be changed. Short run alli kevala variable factors alli matra ನಾವು change ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Whereas in the long run, we can make changes in all the factors of production. All the factors of production. That means we can make changes even in land, even in machinery. Okay, machinery, plant, all that long fixed factor anta ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ 7 acres of land purchased by which company? BPL company. 7 acres of land. This was purchased by BPL to produce first 12 lakh oximeters per year. Okay, that was their project. Now let's say in the long run, let's say after 2 or 3 years, any questions? Do you have any questions? We can, if you have any questions, you can ask in the, you can ask any end. I hope you, my voice is clear to you students. Is my voice clear? Can you clearly hear my voice? Okay, good. Yes. So we shall learn about this long run. So this example of let's say BPL, about BPL. Now it has planned to produce 12 lakh oximeters and they have purchased 7 acres of land. 7 acres land ana purchase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. See, in the short run ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು 2 ತಿಂಗಳು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ರನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೂ 7 acres ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉದ್ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ 3-4 years. In the long run, they can purchase not only 7 acres, they can purchase more land or they can sell this land also. 7 acres ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರು ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. They can sell it and keep only 3 acres of land. Okay, like that. So land, which is the fixed factor of production, can be changed even in the long run. Okay, so did you understand what is the short run and long run? Short run is a time period in which we can change only the variable factors and one of the factors will remain fixed. Long run is the time period, long time period in which we can change in all the factors of production. All the inputs can be changed. All the inputs, both the fixed and variable inputs can be changed. And see here one point students, they have given in the long run there is no fixed factor. Long run alli fixed factor ಎಂಬುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಉದ್ದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ, ವಿಶಾಲವಾದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂಬುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ರನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್. So students, we will come to another important topic which will be asked for normally 4 marks, and that topic is isoquant. Isoquant. Okay, so the question is, what is isoquant? Explain isoquant with the help of a diagram. Okay, so students, remember, before we come to this topic, I want to remind you about indifference curve. You may have remembered, you have studied about indifference curves. So indifference curve, I hope you remember. So that is in the last chapter we have studied about the indifference curve. So indifference curve, now you know indifference curve, we studied about indifference curve when we studied about the theory of consumer behavior, correct? That means when we studied about demand and all those topics of demand, of budget sector, about consumer. Now the same topic, when we apply it to the producer, and you know what is the producer's work? The work of the producer is to transform input into output. Okay, input to output, that is what the producer will do. So when we apply this indifference curve topic to the topic of production or the work of production, we get the idea of isoquant. Very easy, very easy. Let us understand. And if you understand this topic, students, surely this is a very important question, and you understand and try to remember. So as I told you, an isoquant ಎಂಬ topic indifference curve topic ಗೆ similar ಆಗಿದೆ. Similar, same, just like indifference curve. So in indifference curve ನಾವು study ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, when we studied about indifference curve, that topic was in behavior of a consumer, isn't it? Theory of consumer behavior, that is in chapter 2. Now isoquant, it will give us the behavior of a producer. This is in chapter 3. Okay, so when you apply the same topic of indifference curve to production, we get a topic called as isoquant. Okay, so what is this isoquant? Let's see. So an isoquant is the set of all possible combinations of two inputs that give the same maximum possible level of output. Okay, again I will try to tell you isoquant andre enu. Isoquant is a set of all possible combination of two input. Okay, combination of two input, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಗಳ ಜೋಡಿಗಳು ಇದು ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ? ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, so let me remind you about indifference curve. We know that indifference curve, ಇದನ್ನ indifference curve ಅನ್ನ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು indifference curve ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಏನು ಇದು indifference curve? We know a set of indifference curve is a curve representing two or more points on a curve which give the same, representing different bundles which give same level of utility. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಅಥವಾ ಮೂರು ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಜೋಡಿಗಳು ಒಬ್ಬ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ತೃಪ್ತಿ, ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡುವಂತದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಟ್, ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಟೂ ಇಂಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂಡಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ all possible combination of two input that give the same level of output, which is maximum possible level. Maximum possible output ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಗಳ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಐಸೋಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. it comes like a curve. So in the curve we see, so we will see the diagram of it. For example, let's say there is one combination. See, these are input. Okay, so we have here input 1, input 1, input 2, and this is the output. Let's say capital, we put 10,000 rupees, labor 4 units, and with that we get 40 units of output. Okay, similarly, let's say this is one combination of input, let's say another example. Capital will be 15,000 rupees, labor is 3 units, that also will give us 40 units of output. 40 units of output. See, you see ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್, ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಗಳು 40 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಇದು 2 ಜೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, 40 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಶೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಫ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ something known as isoquant. We will see that. So what is an isoquant? An isoquant, we have already noticed, it is a set of 2 or more inputs, a set of a combination of 2 or more inputs that will give the same output. In difference curve, same utility, but in isoquant it will give the same level of output. Inputs are different but output is the same. Okay, input are different in the sense their quantity is different. So what is an isoquant? An isoquant is also called as isoproduct or equal product curve. Equal product nodi, production onde ide, output is same, so it is called as an equal product curve. Now, just like indifference curve, isoquant is a negatively sloping curve. Negatively sloping means the slope is downward. Like this. Okay, so that is the point. So students, here we have in this picture we will learn something about isoquant. ಈ example ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ isoquant ಏನು ಎಂಬುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so look here, combination of input. This is combination 1, combination 2, combination 3 or A, B, C. Okay, ಇದು ಹೆಸರು ಮಾತ್ರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೆ ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ರೂಪೀಸ್ 10,000. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, 10,000 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 into 1, 1,000, 10,000. ಲೇಬರ್ 5 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. This is one combination of input and this has given us 20 units of output. Okay, so this is the combination 1. Let's say second combination. Capital is 20, that means 20, 1,000, 20,000. Labor 4 units. Idu kuda, idu second combination. This has also given us 20 units of output. And the third combination, you see, 30 capital, that means 1,000, 30 into 1,000, 30,000 plus 3 units of labor. This also has given us same level of same output, see 20 outputs. So this is an example for isoquant. Okay, so set of different combinations of input, input that will give the same level of output is known as isoquant. Okay, if we represent this in the diagram, you see here there are 3 isoquants, that is isoquant Q1, isoquant Q is equal to Q2, isoquant Q3. Okay, capital is represented on the y axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲೇಬರ್ ಅನ್ನ x axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೇಬರ್ ಇದು L1, ಇದು L2, ಇದು L3, ಇದು K1 and this is K2. Okay, K1 and K2. So you see this students, clearly you see K1 and K2. Now these are inputs. So I will explain this whole graph in tomorrow's class, students. So if you have any difficulty, have you understood what is an isoquant? Is the topic of isoquant clear? Do you remember what you have studied about indifference curve? So if you remember what is an indifference curve, what you have studied, then isoquant will be very easy. So I just want to make sure whether you have understood this isoquant. That is, 2 different inputs will give us the same level of output. Only 2 students have responded that they have understood. What about the other students? Is it clear? Is isoquant clear? Topic of isoquant clear? We will learn about we will learn about the graph tomorrow. Since we have very less time, do you have any doubts or any questions about today's class? You can put forward. Whether we have discussed only two topics, long run and short run, and tomorrow long run and short run and isoquant we have discussed. Tomorrow we shall complete the whole topic of isoquant. We will explain the chart. We will also explain, we will also study why the isoquant is a negative sloping curve, that is sloping downwards. But till now, if you have not understood anything about isoquant, anything that you have not understood, you can ask me. Any other doubts you want to ask? Anything, any clarification? Any clarification? Okay, so I will send you the notes of the previous chapter, and that with that you can start writing your notes. And similarly, we can, if you have any doubts, you can always ask. You can put your you can put your answer in the chat box, or you can put your questions in the chat box. I will answer. We have very less time. You can put the question now. I can answer tomorrow, or any topic. Feel free to ask. Okay. Good, students. So I think we have completed for today's class. We should have completed isoquant, but about isoquant we will study in the next class. So take care, students. Tomorrow we shall have the continuation class of isoquant. Till then, take care. Have a good day.